Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's begin with the roll call, please.
Weber,
Yes.
Houston, Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader,
Here.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen.
Yes.
Okay, next we need to approve the agenda, and
So,
the agenda would include,
Not yet. You just read what's in there.
okay, motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same. Motion carries. Okay, public comment. Are there any applicants back there, Chief?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we'll move on to accept and approve the consent, motion to accept and approve the consent agenda that approves the following. The minutes of the October 28th, 24 regular meeting. The El Mazatlan Authentic Mexican Restaurant Class C Retail Alcohol License renewal effective November 15th, 2024 through November 14th, 2025. Wee Willie's Checkered Flag Class C Retail Alcohol License and renewal that includes outdoor service effective October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. Allerton Brewing Company Class C Retail Alcohol License renewal that includes outdoor services effective October 17th, 2024 through October 16th, 2025.
so moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have the financials. Motion to approve the claim for payment.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Next, item 7, the bank reconciliation, informational only, but it's very helpful, Susie. In fact, there's a couple times on budgets that it's very, very informative. Number 8, revenues and expenses to date for information only. Again, very informational, very helpful. Then finally, number 9, resolutions. Resolution to approve the homeowner agency repair program project according to the Independence TIF LMI set-aside administrative plan, project 3.1. I need a motion to approve and authorize the Mayor Pro Tem to sign a resolution to repeal and replace Resolution 2024-65 to approve a homeowner agency repair program project according to the Independence TIF LMI set-aside administrative plan. This is a roll call vote.
So move.
Second.
Okay.
Any discussion?
Any discussion? For those viewing, this is part of our TIF program. A certain amount of money from the TIF program has to be set aside for low to moderate income projects that we designate as a council, and that's what this is for. Roll call?
Houston's absent. Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next we have resolution to assess property owners for Chapter 52 mowing of properties, failure to comply. This motion, I need a motion to approve and authorize the Mayor Pro Tem to sign the resolution to assess property owners for Chapter 52 mowing of properties, failure to comply. And this is a roll call vote.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Houston is absent. Hannah.
Yes.
Motion carried. Number 11, the tax increment financing indebtedness certification. This is done, it's done yearly, isn't it, Susie? Per code. So it's very transparent what we've spent on TIF, what we've taken into TIF. Okay, motion to approve and authorize the Mayor Pro Tem to sign the resolution that approves the fiscal year 2026 tax increment financing indebtedness certification.
So moved.
Second.
All those, any discussion? Okay.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Motion carried. Number 12, Lead Buchanan Academy for information only. Lisa, would you like to step up and provide information?
Yes. So this is a project that we've been working on as a committee for a little over a year now. We received a grant to go and do the leadership boot camp, and the whole idea behind this is providing community leadership within the county. We have a great leadership program right now that our organization does, but that's become more of a business-type leadership program. It is open to anybody, and anyone can benefit from it, but we've seen a lot more gravitation of the businesses to our leadership program. That's in the fall. So this is actually targeted at trying to develop more integration within the county, within the communities, and to create more leaders, more volunteers, people who want to step up and be part of our organizations within our county. It is a nine-month, once per month, and I'll kind of explain just a little bit what it is. The first part of each program, it's going to be a 4-hour program, third Tuesday from noon to 4. The first half of it is going to be focusing on that leadership part, that servant leadership, how to move forward as a leader, learning the aspects of it. The second part of it is to make those participants aware of what is in Buchanan County, what are in the communities, what are the different things that they could be part of to gain a better understanding. So for the first one in January, it's going to be a colors assessment, which is basically for those participants to kind of understand what their leadership type is, how they work with others, and then there's going to be a brief, about half hour about the history of Buchanan County, just to kind of integrate them into it. And then in February, we're going to have the leadership part, and the second part is going to be about education. We're going to have people at all of these from different groups. It'll be the PTO, school board, how to volunteer in schools, what are some of those opportunities, and a great opportunity to do question and answer. And it kind of goes on from there. The next one is going to be in March. Agriculture is going to be the focus. There's lots of different entities out there, like the corn, Buchanan County corn, Buchanan County pork, Buchanan County beef. We just want FFA, 4-H, all those different opportunities. And then they're going to have the opportunity to tour Heartland Acres as well. April, about tourism. Tourism is vital to our county and to the state, and we're going to be able to talk with Buchanan County Tourism, talk about it, how it works at Fontana Park, and also we're going to have the community clubs talk about what each community does and their community clubs. Then once again, they have an opportunity to tour Fontana Park. In May, it's going to be, we'd say, volunteerism at better community organizations like Lions Club, and what those are, and where they're available. June, it's going to be at the EMS building, an opportunity to tour that building, and then that's where we're going to talk about police, fire, all those different entities within the county, and opportunities to talk back and forth. We'll come back to July and August. It's going to be at Buchanan County Health Center. Once again, another tour opportunity. We are lucky to have Buchanan County Health Center within our county. The healthcare is tremendous to have in a county of our size. There are places that don't have it anymore, that have lost their hospitals. Ours is growing. But then it's also an opportunity for them to, they have care facilities. There are opportunities to volunteer within the hospital. There are opportunities to volunteer with EMS, as we know, and ambulance. So those are the main classes. And then in July, we're not going to have a class because the whole idea is they're volunteers. We want volunteers. And we want them to volunteer within their community. Every community has some type of event, anywhere from May through August. And those that we have on our committee, we want them to be doing that time volunteering and really getting a taste of it. We are limiting the program to 15 people. We do have a program fee. That's the bare minimum, but we are hoping that we are going to be able to raise the funds to be able to cover that for participants. We're sending some things out on that here this week to get some sponsorships on that. We are hoping to have one per community in this. And then we are also talking to all 3 of the school districts that are in Buchanan County, East Buchanan, Independence, and Jessup. And we would like to have a junior from each of their classes. So far, I've heard from 2 or 3 of those 3 that want to go ahead and move forward with this. So we should have participant from there. That's really quickly a synopsis of it. The whole idea, like I said, is to try to create more awareness and hopefully more of a desire to be part of the communities within Buchanan County.
Thank you, Lisa. Anybody have any questions for Lisa?
I do.
Yes.
Lisa, I don't know if this is a question or a statement, but have you guys considered doing this in an after-work setting so that we can open it up to more maybe younger individuals or dual income, where those individuals that want to become involved, but they can't take off the work for 4 hours that afternoon each month to do it, or do a recording where they could maybe do it, remotely, or watch that stuff? And
We discussed all those alternatives, and we're basically kind of going along the lines of what the other communities
Sure.
and counties have done, and some of them do it all day. We've thought this was least intrusive, and we feel and we hope that anyone that is working, part of this.
I see in the application, you've got the employer section there where they would be giving approval to.
Because whatever they gain from this, it's going to benefit them in their workplace as well. So we're hoping that, and we as a committee members would probably be more than happy to talk to any employer as far as what they're going to gain from this and how it's going to benefit them. And then how that translates back to their work environment.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Thanks.
We'll try to have some applications here, maybe in a handout. We're trying to get the information out. So I might talk to you guys too about seeing if you can put the application on your website, maybe.
We could do that. We could look at doing some Facebook stuff for you too to try to help advertise it.
That would be awesome. All right. All right,
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You also.
Okay, next we have reports. The Police Department monthly reports. Any questions or comments on that? Hearing none, I'll move to Fire Department monthly reports. Any questions, comments?
The only comment I got is, I think this is a great idea, having these reports brought to us all the time, because it stays us up on top of everything that's actually going on, and it gets rid of the second guessing.
Yeah. Dick, can you answer any questions for us?
Blake's here too.
Blake's right here.
You have any questions?
Yeah. How's the truck situation?
We got a loaner in yesterday. It's definitely used, that's for sure. Initially, the goal was to try and use and abuse it and kind of hold ours back a little bit and kind of baby it. I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
Is that bad?
It's not only, I mean, it's not bad. It's certified and everything else. It's just not laid out the same as ours. Most of our trucks, most of our engines, frontline engines have 6 seats. This only has 5. The air pack seats, doing some training today. Some of the air packs were falling out just because the mounts aren't installed properly. Everything's just in a different spot. So it's kind of like you borrowing my truck for a month and then calling me going, hey, how do I set the cruise on this thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to put our guys or people in a situation where we're going, hey, where's this tool at in an emergency situation? So it's good to have. We've had, unfortunately or fortunately, however you look at it, we've had several calls at the same time recently. Our call volume's still going up. And I'd made a comment to Matt over the weekend. We just got to either get a loaner truck so we can help out, or we got to quit having calls at the same time. And fortunately, the truck showed up, was it yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, yesterday afternoon.
So we at least have that as a backup, and we'll use it as a backup until our other one's back up and running. I haven't heard anything today from Engine One. Last I heard from them last week was the frame's not bent, so they're pretty confident that it won't be totaled. We have yet to hear anything from insurance that I'm aware of. Sure. The only thing I've heard from is from the third-party adjuster and then the company working on the truck, so.
But it ruptured the tank that holds the water? Is that what the problem was?
We're not 100% sure if it ruptured the tank itself or some of the plumbing going into the tank. They'll fix all that stuff and repair it before. They had found some other things. Last I talked with, I think his name is Randy or Randall or something like that. They had found some more stuff. So they're trying to work with the insurance company to get that stuff, just make sure everything's signed off. And
Sure.
as soon as we hear back from them, either Matt or I, we've been trying to communicate. If we're not in the same email chain, we're trying to forward each other the information so we're both in the loop. But as soon as we hear that, we'll try to get a timeline. A lot of that stuff, it's the next thing will be if it's discontinued parts, if they can get it. Since COVID, all this stuff, a new fire truck to make takes 4 years. So hopefully we're not waiting 4 years, but a lot of that stuff, parts and equipment's kind of scarce. So we'll hopefully get a timeline and have a better idea how long it's out. But the good thing is we have a loaner truck here, and hopefully we don't have to use it. But we got a whole building full of stuff we hope we never have to use.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of the nature of the beast, I guess.
Sure. Anybody else have
questions?
questions?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Building Department, for Matt, any questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move to Light and Power reports. There's no representative here, so I guess there's no point in asking.
If you do have questions about something on there, I can take it back to him also.
Well, sure.
So,
Okay, council members' reports. Councilman Weber, we'll start with you.
I have nothing. Thank you. Nothing.
Okay?
Nothing.
Good, Mayor Pro Tem, thank you. Yeah?
I just had a question, actually, and I hope I can ask it here, but the noise ordinance, a couple people asked me about that, and I said, well, I thought there was like a certain time of day, but they said, what if it's really noisy in their neighborhood prior to that? And I said, I don't know what that would entail. Is there like a description of that somewhere? Like what is tolerable in a neighborhood, and actually it's your neighborhood that the complaint came from, right?
Oh, not my house.
Not your house, but they had asked me that, and I said, well, I don't know. Maybe I can ask at council meeting.
there's a couple different statutes, different places within the city code that discusses noise. Chief
Disorderly house would be the most expensive one.
Chief Nieder can elaborate on those, but.
There's two sections. One applies kind of to the construction and the trades, and then the other is just the basic disorderly one. Disorderly conduct within the city limits is always disorderly conduct, and that's even goes to state code. But then it has to be an unreasonable. And so when you get to unreasonable, it has to be something beyond. So if you sleep because you work third shift and you sleep from 7 till 3 o'clock and I mow my yard, it's not unreasonable for me to mow my yard, that type of thing. But otherwise, I think it was typically, and forgive me, I haven't had a call on one of these in years, to be quite honest with you. Mm-hmm. But I want to say it was like 7 in the morning till 10 at night you can make all the noise you want to in your neighborhood. if I remember. And like I said, I haven't visited that section in a long time because I haven't enforced it.
One of the complaints out there was some construction guys that were starting between 5:30 and 6.
And I can't remember what that code, Matt, maybe you could help me on that?
I tried one time and couldn't find
Yeah.
code.
And I told them too, because I looked through the code book and said, I really don't see anything applicable for that.
And I think it's one of those, again, reasonable. If it's going to rain for the next 5 days and the guy's got a hole in his roof, we're not going to stop him from doing that.
And I think some of this was like, just like loud music.
It was.
That was-
Loud music, they should call in, because all we'll do with
music,
it.
call in.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got to call, yeah. Calling you doesn't help much, but calling us will, because we'll go by and ask them to turn it down, say that the neighbors say it's unreasonable.
Okay.
And about 99% of the time, they turn it down, and they're apologetic to their neighbors. There's the 1% out there that ends up with us in a scuffle in the front yard making an arrest, but we don't want that.
Okay.
But yeah, have them call. We'll go
Okay.
by. I do know that over the past 2 weeks and looking at the call for service, we'd had at least 2 calls for service for something loud. The neighbor, the one said there was yelling going on and the other said there was a loud TV in the garage late at night. And we go by, we tell them, close the door, turn it
Turn it
down.
down.
Yep.
All right, I will pass that on.
And I'll look that up and get it to you, the specific codes.
And that's fine, as long as I can tell them this, we're good. They just wondered what they could do. So I will tell them that.
Yep,
Thank you.
Call in.
All right.
Appreciate that.
City manager?
I was going to talk about the fire truck. We've covered that. Don't forget that the city council or the city county school combined joint meeting is Thursday night at 6 o'clock at the admin facility out there on First Street West. And then the only other thing I was going to say is apologize for not getting the mayor's park renaming items on the agenda tonight. 100% transparency, I forgot to do it. So they'll be on the next one. We've already got them on the agenda.
Where's the joint meeting at? Not at the high school?
It's at the admin
Administration
building, where
building.
they have their school board meetings at.
Where the superintendent's office is.
Oh, I thought they met in the high school.
Between East and West Elementary building there.
Where they have the city, or the school board meetings in
I
that.
thought they were at the high school. So
Yep. So
we were at the high school last time we had it.
Is that it, Mike?
No, Susie, anything?
that's everything.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in
Did
favor?
you have anything? You didn't
Nope,
talk.
I don't. I'm good.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.